Welcome to another episode of Follow the Brand. I am your host, Grant McGaugh, CEO of 5-Star BDM, a 5-star personal branding and business development company. I want to take you on a journey that takes another deep dive into the world of personal branding and business development using compelling personal story, business conversations, and tips to improve your personal brand. By listening to the Follow the Brand podcast series, you will be able to differentiate yourself from the competition and allow you to build trust with prospective clients and employers. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Make it one that will set you apart, build trust, and reflect who you are. Developing your 5-star personal brand is a great way to demonstrate your skills and knowledge. If you have any questions for me or my guests, please email me at grant.mcgaugh, spelled M-C-G-A-U-G-H, at 5-star BDM, B for brand, D for development, M for masters.com. Now let's begin with our next 5-star episode on Follow the Brand. So that brings us back to the question, what is a personal code and why do we need one? As a definition, an individual's personal code of ethics may include your personal morals, values, and background. I look at my personal code as a philosophy I have about life and the way I want to live it. My personal code is integrity, which defines myself and the values I am working toward and what I base my decisions on. Hello, podcasters, and welcome to the Follow the Brand show. I am your host, Grant McGaugh, and I'm here to help you with your personal brand. I have a question for you. What is your personal code? And maybe more importantly, do you have a code? I was watching a Vin Diesel movie recently, and one of the scenes I was truly captivated by the dialogue between the hero and the arch-enemy in Fast and Furious 6. The arch-enemy made a direct statement in one of the opening scenes of the movie. Every man has to have a code. Now his code was precision, which he saw as an efficiency or with a team of interchangeable parts working together. Pretty mechanical view of the people that he worked with. The hero's code, as he pointed out, was loyalty. His code was about the love of family. Now, the arch enemy saw this as a weakness. However, the hero, who was Vin Diesel, said it was his greatest strength because he knew exactly what he was fighting for. So that brings us back to the question, what is a personal code and why do we need one? As a definition, an individual's personal code of ethics may include your personal morals, values, and background. I look at my personal code as a philosophy I have about life and the way I want to live it. My personal code is integrity, which defines myself and the values I am working toward and what I base my decisions on. Let me paint a more vivid picture of the definition of a personal code for you. Let us say you are hiking up a wooded mountain. The use of a compass can help you find your directions. However, it is of limited use if you do not also have a map showing where you want to go. Similarly, on your ethical journey, the 4 foundational values, fairness, respect, responsibility, and honesty, they can give you direction. But you also need your own personal code of conduct, your ethical map. Using the foundational values and your personal code of conduct, you should be able to find your way to the right ethical decision. In other words, a personal code helps to guide your actions and relationships with others. So how did I discover and utilize my personal code? A few years ago, I was working on a publication for my association that highlighted all the past presidents for the National Association of Health Services Executives, in the Florida chapter. We hired a professional writer to write each of our bios and capture the story of our terms as president. The writer sent me a long questionnaire that asked a various set of personal and professional questions over my lifetime. I remembered filling it out, which brought back a lot of memories and helped me to focus on the winding path of my life. After I submitted the answers, I felt my personal story had some reoccurring themes that really gave me some clarity about my life's work. Shortly, she sent me the write-up, and there it was, my personal code. Integrity doesn't have a price tag. That was very, very subtle in my understanding of my journey and how I was living my life, and how another person could see the integrity of the things that I was doing, either within my own family or within my own community. So if you want to begin the journey of finding your personal code, please go to my website at www.5starbdm, that's B for brand, D for development, M for masters.com, and click the online questionnaire button. You will find a set of questions that will help you to begin your self-discovery. Now, this episode is brought to you by 5-Star BDM. 5-Star BDM is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for small to mid-sized businesses and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement in operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our 5-Star business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. The result is more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Please visit www.5starbdm.com to learn more and view all the episodes of Follow the Brand. Here are my 5-star reasons why you need a personal code. First, ground your identity. You want to get a clear sense of who you are and make it easier to connect with other similar people and groups. People with a strong identity often stand out more, more memorable. And identity also helps you to make decisions and to know how to behave in certain settings. So that's very important. Secondly, protect the greater good. That's about being a good citizen in your community by respecting boundaries of others as well as your own boundaries. And as we've seen through this COVID epidemic or pandemic that we've just gone through, very, very important for everyone to have a certain type of behavior that protects the greater good. Now, thirdly, increasing your self-confidence is why you would like to have a personal code. Confidence gives you the skills and coping methods to handle setbacks and failure, which is linked to almost every element involved in having a happy and fulfilling life. Very important. Also, be a good role model. This is number 4 on my list of 5 stars why you need a personal code. Be a good role model in life, which can help you to improve your own life and your attitude towards your life. As we are more intentional with our influence on others, with our actions, we strive to uncover our true potential and overcome our own weaknesses. And then lastly, foster healthy relationships. As humans, the relationships we form with other people are vital to our mental and emotional well-being. Healthy relationships set the perfect tone for our overall healthy lifestyle. Now, I want to give you just a few examples of some personal codes that might be, I think give you at least some impetus of how to start thinking around how you want to qualify your own personal code. Number one, which what I like is being the absolute best that I can be for myself so that I can be better for those around me. That's a very, very good personal code. Something that's well-rounded, that all-inclusive, includes yourself, your family, and your community of how you want to be a better person, overall better person. Another one is I choose to calculate risk and act decisively. I choose to make mistakes of ambition over mistakes of sloth. As you can see, these personal codes take some thought, take some reflection. You're going to have to do some private meditation or contemplation about your life and think things through and come up with a sentence that truly captures your personal code. This is your way of driving through life. How you're hitting the gas, how you're making the decisions as you run through the course of your own life. Here's another one. It's important to me to always conduct myself properly and with the best manners, as this is what others judge me off of. As you can see, all of these things around a personal code relates to your personal brand. How you see yourself, how others will see you. So if you're more intentional about being, the way you conduct yourself, that goes a long way in projecting your personal brand as well as you are living according to your code. Another one of my personal favorites that I like is my code of conduct is mine to create. I learn it. I live it. I just love that statement. My code of conduct is mine to create. I learn it. I live it. That's just taking ownership of who you are and how you're living your life and being very, very intentional about the code of conduct that you're living. Another is, it is my belief that if I love something for myself, then I must also love it for others around me. That's a beautiful statement. Beautiful statement. That goes back to being a good citizen, what we talked about earlier, in one of the 5 stars that I had mentioned, which is protecting the greater good. It's about being a good citizen. And a statement like that, or a personal code that includes love and the love of yourself and the love of others, will go a long way in having a very fulfilling life. Another is, I trust that you can begin to see the importance of having a personal code as you build your personal brand. Now that's more of a statement. And I make that statement because when you see the interchangeability of the personal code and your personal brand, remember the personal code is an internal discovery of self. And your personal brand is the projection of that actual self. So you're constantly creating the brand. That's who you are, how you're living your life every day. And if you have a code, that gives you direction. It gives you an understanding of how you want to conduct your life every day and how others will begin to see your personal code and react to you accordingly. I think that's very important. I hope you have gotten something out of this particular session that we wanted to talk about. That is, what is a personal code? Next week, I'll have a discussion on recognizing your brand identity. So I want to thank you again for listening to Follow the Brand. Go ahead, hit that follow me button on Instagram or YouTube or Spotify or one of the many different platforms in which Follow the Brand is airing on, so we can continue these conversations and to grow and to be more successful together. Thank you very much. Have a great day.